In this video, we'll see what are HTML attributes. HTML attributes are simply key value pairs that provide some extra information about the HTML elements. An HTML element can have multiple attributes that you can specify within the starting tag of that element. Remember, HTML attributes cannot be written in the closing tag of that element. And each of the HTML element will have various attributes that we can define. Suppose if you have a paragraph and if you want to align it to the center, how can you do that? For that, we have an align attribute of the paragraph tag, and we can use that to align the text within that paragraph to the center. Let me go over to the VS Code and we can get some practice with these HTML attributes. So I'm in my VS Code and I have created a file named HTML attributes, and I have written the boilerplate code. That is just the basic structure of the document, HTML document. So let me create a paragraph, and inside this I will write some random text. So what I want now, I want this text inside the browser, it should be centered. So how can I do that? So for that, the paragraph tag has a attribute that is named align. So this align, it is a key value pair. The key here is the align and the value is the center. I want this text to be centered. So if I save it and if I go to my browser, so as you can see, the text within this paragraph, it is centered. So let's see some more attributes. So one more attribute that I can have is the title of the paragraph. So what this means is this simply provides a tooltip for this text. That means if I go over to this paragraph text inside my browser, it will show me a tooltip, and the text of the tooltip will be whatever is written inside this title attribute. So let me write a simple paragraph. So if I save it and if I refresh the page, and now if I go over to the paragraph text, so as you can see, it provides me a this rectangular box. Inside that there is written paragraph. So this is what we have written inside the title, and if I move away from this text, it gets hidden. So this is the title attribute of the paragraph. Let's see some more attributes. So now I will create a div. I will write some random text inside it again, some more random text. And one attribute what I can do, suppose if I want to add a border to this, how can I do that? So for that I have to write the inline CSS. So suppose if I want to now add the border to this text, how can I do that? For that I have to use this CSS, and I can write the CSS in the external file or in the head of the HTML web page, or I can write the HTML, or I can write the CSS inline. That means wherever that in CSS is required, I can add that. Suppose in this div tag I want to add the border, so what I will do, I will write the style, and inside that I can write my CSS. So I can write border, 1 pixel border, solid, and the color would be black. And if I save it, as you can see, it is a key. So my key here is style, and whatever I have written inside it is the value of that style attribute. And if I save this and I will refresh, so here you can see the div tag, whatever the text written in this, that is enclosed within a border. So this is one more attribute. Let's see one more attribute of the image tag. Let me create an image. So it gives me two attributes when I press the tab key. One is the source of the image, that is what is the name of the image and with the address of the image. So let's give some image that doesn't exist, abcd.jpg, and it gives me one more attribute, that is alt. What does this mean? This alt is basically the alternative text. That means if the image is not present or the image is not found at that particular address, it will show this text. So I will write simply not found, or I can write image not found, and I will save it and I will go to my browser again, and if I refresh now the page, you can see it shows me image not found. So what that means is I had given an image source and the image was not at that source. It is giving me whatever is written inside that alternative text attribute, that is the image not found. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys.